YouTube is going to have even a great day. Thank you for stopping by, and welcome back to Courtside Perspective, where we have two very interesting and important topics to talk about today. The first one will be Ben Simmons rejoining the Philadelphia 76ers, at least for the time being, and Kyrie Irving versus the vaccine. So first off, Ben Simmons, who a couple days ago made his return to Philly unannounced and unexpected from the organization. Where is the exact, I'm trying to find the tweet. So on October 11th, so 2 days ago, what was tweeted out saying Sixers All-Star Ben Simmons has arrived in Philadelphia and took a COVID-19 test as required by NBA protocol, sources tell ESPN. He then quote tweeted it saying the Sixers are hopeful to start moving toward the next steps of a return with Simmons. Per sources, the organization wants him back on the court once he clears protocols, but that remains to be seen. A little while later, he also quote tweeted that again, saying the Sixers were unaware that Ben Simmons was flying into Philadelphia. The organization was in constant contact with his agent, Rich Paul, but Simmons simply showed up to the arena to take his COVID test prior to Sixers Nets tip, and that's when officials officially knew that he was in town. And this is interesting because where do they go from here? Where does Simmons and where does the franchise go from here? It's said, Doc Rivers has said, the front office has said, Embiid says that they want Ben Simmons back. They've wanted Ben Simmons back this whole time, and they want to make it work. But I see some issues with this. Like I'm trying to read the article from ESPN. It says, why return now? Simmons is described as wanting to prove a point, and knowing he had done so was something that almost never happens in the NBA. He sit out training camp, cost himself nearly $1 million in salary and fines, while making it clear that he wants out of Philadelphia. I mean, I don't know. I do not know. The thing is, though, is this was like the biggest bluff move of all time, where he said he was never coming back, and he just randomly shows up back in Philadelphia late Monday night and says nothing to nobody about it. It's crazy. It really is, because where is this going? My biggest thing about it all is if he actually full on makes the return, agrees to play for some games, the fans will not accept him, in my opinion. And I think this is the general opinion, is that he will get booed so bad on his own court. People were talking about what it would be like whenever he makes his return to Philly on another team during the season. But if he's still playing there in a Sixers jersey on opening night, I don't think it's going to be a good reaction. What I believe is going to happen is this will turn into like into a James Harden situation, where he starts this season, he made it clear he wants out, he'll play some games, play really well, whatever, get the trade value up a little bit, and then end up out the door. Like, for example, this says that the trade market can shift quickly once the regular season gets underway, and more players become more eligible to be moved on December 15th, because that's when the recently signed restrictions on most of these players ends. Simmons still has 4 years and $147 million left on his contract. So, I mean, realistically, there's no reason to move him. But if you have an unhappy player that has made it clear that he wants out, I don't know where you go from here. You also have some decisions to make as to where the franchise is going. Like, there's been reports that some teams are still interested and have inquired about a Ben Simmons trade. I'm trying to find that. I don't know if it's actually in this article. It's probably not. Either way, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know whether the Sixers and the franchise and the fans will accept him. I feel like they have no choice, at least for the time being. I don't know what Ben Simmons' play is, what his goal is. Is it, like I said, to pull a James Harden, show up for a couple games, either play well or play lazy, and to get yourself even further out the door? Or if you're just now like, all right, that's it, I did what I wanted to do, maybe I realized I was wrong and now I'm here. I doubt that's the case, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think that's the way it's going. But this is definitely interesting for a guy that went from pretty much ghosting his entire organization and, you know, not wanting to meet with the guys that have flown out to LA to see him, to now just show up unannounced in Philly to take a COVID test, to potentially get back out on the floor with the, you know, the season opener about a week away. This is interesting. He's missed all of training camp. There's the preseason so far. I think they said that the earliest he could see the floor is Friday. I could be completely wrong about that. But like I said, I don't know where this goes from here. I feel like a lot more information is going to be known in the next 2 days leading up till Friday, leading up into the weekend. But I definitely think this is an interesting situation as to where that goes from here. Like I said, when it comes to leverage, it's kind of interesting. Because, you know, like I said, Ben Simmons got 4 years left on his deal. But he's also made it clear that he definitely does not want to be there. And like people have said in the past, like there's been reports that, you know, executives around the league have basically said we're in a process of the league right now where the players will sign big money deals now and then request out later. And that's pretty much what's going on right now. We've seen it happen with multiple players that just get their money and are like, all right, now let me get out the door. I don't want to be here. I signed my guaranteed money. Send me somewhere else where I actually do want to be. But overall, I don't know where this is going. I think it's definitely leaving a lot of question marks for Simmons himself, the Sixers organization, and the entire NBA. Because, you know, like I said, who knows whether he'll get traded now, in the near future, or at all. Because, like I said, he obviously don't want to be back at all. But, I mean, just to see him back in Philadelphia is, I guess, a start for a potential rebuilding of a relationship. Like I said, I don't think that's going to happen, but it definitely is a beginning. Now, moving on to the second story. Kyrie Irving. Yesterday, Shams tweeted out saying that Kyrie Irving will not play or practice with the team until he is a full participant, the Nets say. Sean Marks in a statement basically said that we have decided Kyrie Irving will not play or practice with the team until he is eligible to be a full participant. Kyrie has made a personal choice and we respect his individual right to choose. Currently, the choice restricts his ability to be a full-time member of the team, and we will not permit any member of our team to participate with part-time availability, considering they're already trying to fight for a championship. They don't want this to be an issue. And like Malika Andrews quote tweeted it saying, Irving must be vaccinated against the virus before he can be a full participant with the team, as New York requires players to have at least 1 dose of the vaccine for participation. Man, Kyrie, I don't know what to say, bro. Kyrie getting that shot will make or break the NBA this season and will impact who wins an NBA championship. Now, let me first off say that the Nets, are they good enough to win a championship without him? Probably. But are they the best team in the league without him? Probably not. Him not getting the shot in his arm and not being a member of the team for at least the time being will certainly impact how far this team goes. It lowers the floor of the team and also lowers the ceiling. Like I said, I don't know where this will go, but he has made his choice, at least for the time being, and it's gonna impact everything. Like, I can't open up this article by Shams because it's by The Athletic and I don't pay for The Athletic, but we have reports that according to Shams and other insiders, the Nets have now decided they will not offer him a max contract extension this season, meaning that if he does return, he will be a free agent next offseason. Well, obviously with the player option. And this is going to be insane for where the Nets go from here, which is why I'm sure the Nets are very thankful they went and made the James Harden trade. Like, the owner, I think there was a report that The reason that he made sure the Harden trade went through was because he was unsure about Kyrie's availability and his commitment to the organization and to basketball. So I saw a tweet that basically said, could you imagine where the Nets would be at right now if they did not make the Harden trade? So this is massive right now, and it's a decision that they have to make. Well, that Kyrie Irving has to make. He basically said that he's quote-unquote trying to have a voice for the voiceless. And you know what? To each their own. But Kyrie, you gotta do what you gotta do at this point, my man. At the end of the day, I don't know where the Nets go from here. Because he can't really trade him as far as everyone else is concerned, because his trade value is probably virtually zero. You can't trade him to a team that also has these restrictions. Like, so you can't trade him to, just these are the examples, the ones that have the restrictions, like New York. So he can't be a Net, a Knick, a Warrior, a Laker, or a Clipper. Obviously, none of these teams have cap space regardless. So that's, you know, out the window. But either way, where do you go from here? Like, there's been rumors of a Ben Simmons for Kyrie swap. But with that said, Kyrie has also said that if he gets traded, he will retire. Which brings me back to the point that his trade value is virtually zero, because no team is going to risk trading for this man just for him to be like, all right, that's cool, you traded for me. I'm going to retire right now, the day of the trade. I think a Ben Simmons for Kyrie trade, if they both play, would actually work out great for both sides. I'm not saying that's the way it should go, but Ben Simmons would help them out phenomenally on the defensive end, and Kyrie and Joel as a duo would be amazing. But like I said, I don't know where this is gonna go. Kyrie is a wild card, and whether or not he decides to hang it up, or he decides to keep going, or he decides to get the shot or not, it will impact where the Nets go and where the league goes this season. He's got a choice to make. As of right now, he seems to have made it. We'll see if that changes as the season gets underway. But I don't know, man. Things are definitely questionable for the Nets and Kyrie Irving. I mean, he's at risk of losing a lot of money. He's already losing a chance as an extension. He's at risk to lose a lot of money for this season. And I don't know what you got to do. I don't know what you want to do. You already, like, if you're the Nets, you got KD to sign his extension. James Harden has basically already said he won't sign an extension. He wants to hit free agency, as he's never been a free agent. He's always signed an extension before free agency, so he wants to at least do that. I'm pretty sure he can also make more money this summer if he waits, so it kind of makes sense in that regard. But now you have Kyrie, who you're not offering the extension to, and what do you do from here? If you're the Nets, decisions have to maybe be made now, and if you're a Kyrie, decisions have to be made now. Like I said, this is going to shake up the league, both the Ben Simmons and the Sixers situation and the Kyrie Irving and the Nets situation. So let me know in the comment section down below what your thoughts on both of these major situations are, and I'll see you guys next time. Hit that like button if you did enjoy this video. Like I said, comment down below what your thoughts are, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy yourselves. Peace.